I have another question, but this is a question for me. I have to ask you about the Pussycat Dolls Reunion.
Hey,
that
come on.
Huge. That
Yes.
need to know, how did that come by?
How long do we have? No. No, it was literally about.
We ain't got nowhere.
Lockdown.
Not all night. I mean, I've worked really closely with Rob and Antin, who created the dolls. And we've always been close friends, and she'd come over at times and we'd always meet. We'd be like, my thing was, it'd be a shame for it not to happen.
Yeah.
But literally it took about 2.5 years before we got together. I took it upon myself and I was like, I'm going to do everything in my power to make this happen. I watched the Defiant ones. I don't know if you've seen the documentary about the music.
Yeah.
You know, that was the world I lived in with Interscope and Jimmy Iovine.
Yeah.
And I remember watching Jimmy, and he was talking about, you know, he wanted a deal to go through and he wasn't getting answers. So he called them every single day to get this deal to go through. And everybody was like, he's relentless. He's such a businessman, like, you know, praised him. So I was like, okay, I'll take that on board. And I started doing that, just like calling the girls every single day, just trying to push it forward, or at least like plant the seed in their heads. And after about 1.5 years of it, it came to a head and it wasn't going to happen. I was like, okay, I did everything I could. I'm going to walk away. And by the way, when a woman calls everybody every day, the press calls them a nag, where if you're a dude and you do it, you're a hero and such a brilliant businessman. Right. That was the lesson that I learned.
Wow.
But you know what? Let it go, and if it's meant to be, it'll come back. And that's what it did. It came back, and finally we're like looking at contracts and looking at making it happen. And I'll tell you, 1 week after we're all on the same page, we're doing this, I found out I was pregnant a week later.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm telling you, Kim, your timing is impeccable, mate.
Hence,
to be fair, mate, it was more about my timing.
You're way too fertile.
Oh, goodness.
But hence, wanting to make it happen so bad and knowing the timing was not perfect. 6 weeks after a cesarean, I was on stage for our first comeback performance 10 years later, doing the X Factor for Dolls Reunion, which was like the biggest challenge of a lifetime, getting COVID, having a baby taken out of you.
You girls came in and absolutely destroyed that show.
Comeback.
That was a comeback.
It was pretty major. It was like everything you could throw into a performance we had. Jumping off of a lift, jumping off of it, being caught, walking over water, dancing, fire, water pouring down. It was just insane.
I was like, wow. The time that we've come to now is game time.